Today, we are delving into a deeply important and sensitive topic, understanding the impact of abuse on our bodies and minds. This subject is not just a matter of physical health, but deeply intertwined with our mental and emotional well-being. Abuse, in its many forms, leaves imprints that go beyond just visible scars. It's a complex trauma that affects millions around the world, altering lives in profound ways. But what exactly happens to us when we experience abuse? How does it shape our thoughts, our feelings, and our physical health? In this video, we were going to explore this question with the help of experts, personal stories, and research. We will look at the psychological, emotional, and physical ramification of abuse, and most importantly, discuss ways to heal and recover. Before we proceed, I want to emphasize the importance of self-care while engaging with this topic. It can be triggering for many, so please ensure you're in a space where you feel safe and supported. Remember, understanding is the first step towards healing. So let's begin this journey together. Today, we are going to talk about something deeply personal and important: the impact of abuse on our minds and our psyche. I'm not just discussing this as a content creator, but as someone who has lived through abusive and manipulative behavior in the past relationship. It is my hope that by sharing my experiences, I can shed a light on this complex subject. Many of us are unaware of different forms of abuse and how they can deeply affect us psychologically. Though abuse can manifest in various ways, today we are focusing specifically on its mental and emotional repercussions. Let us start with the depression and anxiety. These are not just buzzwords. They are serious conditions that can emerge as a response to prolonged abuse. They can drain our energy, our hope, and our ability to enjoy life. Understanding why it's essential not to ignore these symptoms and seek therapy promptly is crucial. It's a matter of reclaiming our lives. Sometimes depression and anxiety can be covert. People around us, even our families, might not notice the signs. That is vital to be aware of the subtler symptoms, both in ourselves and in others. Recognizing this sign is the first step in helping someone out of an abusive situation. It is also important to talk about why some people might minimize your feelings. Not everyone understands what it's like to be in abusive relationship. And lack of understanding can lead to lack of empathy. Remember, acknowledging and addressing this issue is not just about healing. It's about empowering ourselves and others. Let's continue this conversation with kindness, openness, and desire to understand and help. As someone who has experienced all types of abusive behavior, I feel it's crucial to share with you not just my pain, but also my learnings. It's often said that sharing your pain with loved ones is therapeutic. Well, it's true. There is an aspect of manipulation in abusive relationship that complicate this, and it is gaslighting. Gaslighting isn't just something that happens between the abuser and abused. It can be extended to those around you. The manipulating doesn't only make you question your sanity. They can also influence others' perception, leading to them to question your vision of events too. In my experience, it's important to understand that the people around you, even those you trust, might unintentionally gaslighting you, echoing the manipulator's narrative without realizing the full story. This can add layer of confusion and hurt, making it even harder to accept the cycle of abuse. That's why my first advice is always to speak to a therapist. A professional can offer a neutral, informed perspective that is not influenced by manipulators' tactics. I've known someone who was trapped in toxic relationship for years because everyone around her unintentionally reinforced the abuser gaslighting. It's a difficult situation that requires careful navigation. If you're in this situation, know that you're not alone. And it's not your fault. Seeking professional help can be a vital step in understanding your reality and beginning the journey to recovery. From the moment we enter into a relationship with the toxic person, every aspect, even those that seem loving or positive, can be form of abuse. Take love bombing, for example. It's often mistaken for affection and care, but in reality, it's manipulative tactic. It's about overwhelming you with what appears to be love and attention, only to gain your trust and affection for their own purpose. It is not just romantic relationship where this can happen. This kind of manipulative behavior can come from anyone, be it a partner, a parent, or even a friend. The intention behind this action is what's defined them as abuse, not necessarily the relationship you have with the person. I have to say unequivocally that if you experience any form of abuse, it leaves a mark, it damages you. This isn't about being weak. It's about being human. Abuse in any form can deeply affect your mental health. It can change the way you view relationship, trust, and even yourself. If you have been through this, know that your feelings are valid. Your experience matter. Recognizing that what you have been through was abuse and not form of love or normal behavior is a critical step in healing. It's about understanding the nature of abuse and its impact on your psyche. Remember, healing from such deep wounds takes time and often requires support. Whether it's therapy, support groups, or confiding in trusted friends, finding a safe space to process and heal is essential. I want to remind you to check out my other video on sign of a toxic relationship. It's a packed with the insight and information that can help you identify red flags in relationship, be they romantic or familial or platonic. Remember guys, we are living in an era where the world can often feel overwhelming toxic. But remember, this is also an age of unprecedented access to information. The internet has opened up the world where knowledge is just a few clicks away. It's more important than ever to educate ourselves, especially when it comes to relationships. Let's take a moment to talk about the symptoms of depression and anxiety, and how they can profoundly affect our mental and physical health. Drawing from my own experience, I want to highlight just how pervasive these effects can be. Depression can manifest in many ways. For me, it often felt like an overwhelming fatigue, hindering my ability to complete even simple daily tasks. It can affect your appetite, leading to weight loss or gain. These changes might seem minor, but they are a significant indicator of your mental health. Both depression and anxiety can also have notable impact on your libido. Anxiety in particular plays a big role in sexual health. For a man, it can lead to issues like erectile dysfunction. These are not just physical problems, they are deeply interconnected with our mental state. One of the most telling signs of a struggle with the mental health is a change in your sleep patterns. You might find it hard to fall asleep, or you may wake up in the middle of the night for no apparent reason. For me, that was a subtle yet significant symptom. In extreme cases, it can lead to panic attacks, which I can attest are incredibly challenging to endure. And some might experience physical symptoms like high blood pressure, which is particularly dangerous, especially if you're even slightly overweight. I could talk all day about how abuse impacts our psychological and physical health, but for many, including myself, disrupted sleep was very subtle yet telling sign. Remember, lack of sleep can detrimental effects on your body by itself. So it's crucial to keep an eye on your sleep cycle. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms, it's important to acknowledge them and seek help. These signs are your body's way of telling you that something isn't right, and addressing them is a crucial step towards healing. As we come to the end of our discussions today, I want to take a moment to thank you for joining me on this important journey. We have covered some heavy topics, but I believe that by shedding light on these issues, we can all move toward a better understanding and healthier life. If you have found this video helpful or informative, please consider subscribing. Your support means a lot and it helps in continuing to bring awareness to these crucial topics. Also, do not hesitate to share this video with anyone you think might benefit from it.